Today I come before you to open your eyes to the deeds of some patriotic youths in this generation. 2020, we came together as intellectuals, people who are passionate about Africa, about humanism, about Nigeria. Most of us talk about the issues, whine about the issues. Some of us complain, and then we're like, we're intellectuals, for crying out loud. Instead of complaining, we should be able to come together as a group to proffer solutions to various problems. But this time, after several advocacy missions, looking at how Nigeria has become, we are not moving as fast as we should because we are having multifaceted problem. And our biggest problem is a leadership problem. You can have natural resources, but if you do not have human resource that is honorable, that is responsible, that is righteous, nation can never stand. So we started taking some countries as case studies. Firstly, we took the United States. The United States has been through several turmoil, but they realized their uniqueness and decentralized their country. Decentralizing the country means every state has a right to their resources and has a right to their laws. So the citizens in that demography will come together and decide a law that they want to guide them. And you can see that the nation is advancing. Though they are not perfect, but they are advancing. We looked at that, we tried to compare that to Nigeria. We realized, okay, we have a fundamental issue because we are running federalism. But it's not a problem. Regardless of the nature of government that you are running, when there is integrity among the citizens, it will work. We have different nations running different styles of government, but because there is integrity and there is true, genuine, selfless leadership, these nations are working and advancing. So we put the United States aside. We took Singapore as the next case study. When Lee Kuan Yew led the Singaporeans after Malaysia created a split, and Singaporeans were left with nothing. They were at ground zero. They had no natural resource to clinch to. All they had was a country around the water, around the sea, so they had ports. But one thing Lee Kuan Yew realized is that they have human resources. And therefore, he looked at the uniqueness of their being and created laws, created policies that created advancement for Singapore. Firstly, he established meritocracy, whereby the best heads, the best hands run parastatals, give service. The most qualified, that's meritocracy. And as well, he ensured that leaders, politicians, people in key sectors, teachers, were paid the most so that we can get the best from them and so that corruption can be mitigated or exterminated. And it worked. Why did it work? The Singaporeans had integrity. We try to mirror Singapore to Nigeria. The problem with Nigeria is that people see money and not integrity. So integrity is almost dead. There are still citizens that have integrity, but they are not in the places of power. And the ones in the place of power are being stifled out of power by those who do not have integrity. Trying to institute meritocracy will not even work at this time. Increasing salary for politicians will not even work at this time because Nigerian politicians earn one of the highest salaries and allowances in the world. So we let Singapore put aside. Beautiful nation. We looked at China. China got its independence in 1949. And in 1979, which is 47 years ago, they instituted the Capital Punishment Act, the Capital Punishment Law. And under this law, government-related corruption, fraud crimes were covered. So as a government official, when you know you are coming to service, you know that your life is the insurance because China was almost messed up. They had issues. There was corruption. When this law was set, people who did not have integrity stayed away from power, stayed away from service. The ones who still dead, when they were found guilty, the law that they signed to was meted on them. And today, look at China. 47 years after that law was enacted, China is one of, if not the most advanced country in the world. Therefore, my dear Nigerians, my dear Africans, capital punishment is the answer to our problem. We should stop hoping and praying for election cycles to save us, for a leader to come out of this system. It won't work. The law is the life and the backbone of every nation. We have laws, but they are not effective. We have laws, but they are not being respected. They are being flaunted. I'd like to commend the people who are advocating for the Electoral Act reform. It's very beautiful. Thank you so much for your sacrifice. But I tell you, alongside that, we must start making moves. This is the first time I have seen bills being passed within a month, sometimes within weeks. The National Anthem Bill was passed within a very short time frame. I'm very happy and I love it. So now, as citizens, our main priority, we have to start reaching out to our House of Rep and Senators because our representatives there. All of us can't be there, so we send them. We want this law now, capital punishment, to checkmate the gross abuse and sabotage of our resources that has led to the death of Nigerians daily. We do not have good hospitals. Our educational system is dying. Our security infrastructure and framework is not properly complemented. We do not have social security for citizens. All these things are what makes countries function. So many issues. I'm not here to complain. Now, what have we done? We have written to all the organizations, parastatals that are responsible, plus stakeholders that are responsible for passing and promoting a bill. We've written to Mr. President. He has assented to the letter. We've written to the Senate President. He has assented to the letter. We have written to the Speaker of the House of Representatives. He has assented to the letter. We have written to the three clerks. Clerk of the House of Assembly, clerk of the Senate, and clerk of the House of Reps. There are three clerks in Nigeria. We've written to them. We've written to the two deputy speakers who are the heads of Constitutional Review Committee. We've written to some members of that committee as well. We've written to some senators who we feel have been doing well, who we feel have the interests of the people at heart. We've written to the National Law Reform Commission. We've written to the Nigerian Labour Congress. We've written to the Nigerian Bar Association. We've written to Economic and Financial Crime Commission. We've written to a lot of parastatals and organizations. This is time for Nigerians to be aware. This is us informing you that we have made these moves. Please, let's put our foot on the ground. This issue concerns all of us. For the future of our children, we have to stand now. Thank you very much for listening. I shall meet you as we further engage. Thank you very much. Stay blessed. One for all for one.